Hey everybody, Jutils here, and welcome back to another episode of Mother Encore. Last time we explored the first half of Duncan's factory, did a little side quest, and had to cause myself to sit in bed for another 50 minutes while I was grinding back to where we were. Here's our status right now. Nintime level 24, Lloyd level 15. Here's our items right now. Little shopping, got a bee sting cake, and there's actually something I want to show off first with the apples and bananas. I know, riveting. Apples, you can slice them to turn them into apple slices, which heal a little HP, a negligible amount of HP if I'm going to be honest to the whole party, and a banana, which you can indeed peel, into a banana gun. Deadlier than finger guns, can be used in battle. So, okay, yeah, that's kind of what I discovered when I was like on my little side quest. But now let's begin. We can pick two directions, and there are two lights on this door. I think you know how this is gonna work out. Let's go to the right first, because on my first playthrough I went to the left. So I'm just gonna try this out. Alright. Hit two enemies. And while we are further going through Duncan's factory, I want to talk a little bit about the music of Mother Encore, specifically the music that is in Duncan's factory and Sweet's little factory, because the music there is remixed. Okay, well, obviously in the original version of from the original version of Mother, it was remixed to be the theme that's heard in Belch's Lair in Earthbound, and in the original game they used the same music. Technically, in Mother Encore, there are two separate themes, with Sweet's Little Factory being made. You know, it has the same da-da-da melody, but it has like different instrumentation and sound effects to give it a more like older and worn out feel rather than like the modern Duncan's factory. And I didn't use any of the battle items that I just created. So yeah, that was a little bit of that music that I want to talk about. Got a croissant right there. And developers on the Mother Encore Discord server claimed that Sweet's Little Factory, that music was made like very, very close to the release date of Act 2. Alright. So we have a puzzle right here. Looks like we need to set this alight. Okay, and that'll blow that up and let us through. Okay. Head south here. Okay. Sorry, I just need to get my bearings on this. Let's blow that thing up. And we get access to this room, which has a key? Yeah, it needs a key to get through. There's this over here. This chest. This is an IQ capsule. I'm gonna give that to Nintendo because it'll increase the power. Because it'll increase the power of my healing and stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna be introduced to some more complex puzzles that have to deal with the timing of certain actions. Okay, yeah. Let's hit that, and while that bomb is running, we head over here and are able to are able to activate this bomb, opening up these paths by blowing these barrels up. So yeah, the timings of your actions are gonna be a lot more relevant now. Alright, this has a... but then I tried to... Okay, we're just fighting the bomber here. I tried to just shift to Nintendo to get the damage off, but obviously I didn't do that. So that's sweet. Oh, come on. 2 bombs? Alright, Lloyd takes it out. There's the 16th level. Alright, we get an apple. And then there's this enemy right here, which I'm just gonna go and not smack it, apparently. Okay, let's use this banana gun. Because, It does actually do some decent damage. Ooh, nice smash attack. Banana Gun did 98 damage. So yeah, if you get bananas, it might be good to just turn them into their one-time use banana guns. I really should have been doing that earlier, but honestly, I forgot I could even do that. 45 experience, and we get a banana. Sweet. Alright, there's a key right here. Now we know somewhere that needs a key, so that's great. Let's use this apple on Lloyd. Peel this banana. Do I have any other food items? Does not look like it, so I guess I will just use Life Up on Lloyd. Okay. Get this key. And I'm sorry guys, but I'm gonna have to be spending some time in this room getting all the money that I can. Because, you know, we're in a dungeon. It's not like we're gonna have access to an ATM. I'm pretty sure we don't have... We were in the room before the boss fight. There is no ATM in this place. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. Alright. This room right here... Oh, I remember this room. Your goal is to get the bomb all the way to that side of the room. And to do that, you need precise knowledge of where it needs to be blown up and like when you need to let that go, because if you hit that switch early, then you're just gonna blow up the bomb and waste your opportunity. Okay. The way I remember doing this when I first played this is I had to count the number of tiles that it would step on to get there. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then after the 8th, after you hear the 8th ding, or the 8th like sound effect, then and only then do you hit the switch. So let's do this. That's 8. No! I accidentally hit X. Okay. I think that worked. Alright, sweet. Yeah, I accidentally hit Z instead of X. Oopsies. Alright, heading down here, we head to this room, which we couldn't access the second half of on our initial trip down to the first level of Duncan's factory, and we find something special. Using all his strength, Ninten forcefully tried pulling out the Franklin badge. Ninten got the Franklin badge. Ninten, are you okay? You really need to be more careful when handling such delicate equipment. Electrical energy charged within the Franklin badge awakens something inside of Ninten, teaching him PK Flash. Let's go give this... Okay. We have another Franklin badge. Let's give this to Lloyd, along with our first Franklin badge. The gift from Pippi reflects PK Beam Gamma, which I probably should have stated this earlier, is an instant death attack. So it's good that we have that. But anyways, PK Flash. This is a strange one for Ninten to get. Blinds all enemies, can also cause confusion, numbness, and instant defeat. Depending on which enemy you fight, it can do a whole lot of different things. PK Flash was not in Mother. This is an Earthbound PSI that's been ported over. What's also interesting is that this is a completely offensive PSI ability. Ninten does not get offensive PSI abilities normally. That's reserved for other characters. Ninten is always like the cleric paladin role, but I guess not right now. Let's use a banana gun on the fireball. I actually don't. I'm pretty sure like the barbots and the scrapper looking enemies can be hit by Flash, but I don't know about these other enemies. So I'm gonna have to figure that out later. Probably just gonna be a little bit of experimenting on certain enemies. Alright. Take out the bomber, hopefully? No, these guys have such high defenses, and it... Okay, it didn't do that earlier. Yeah, some enemies in this series have a tendency to blow up when you kill them. I guess bombers can do that only sometimes. Alright. Let's finally open up this once we heal Ninten. Open that door. And we get to a bigger room that looks like it loops around at some point. Alright. Big puzzle room. Alright. Gotta keep on smacking those at the right time so we can trigger our escape. And we get a bomb. Please, Lloyd, have inventory space? Yes, we do. Here's a scrapper and a fireball. Oh, what do you mean that didn't hit? I literally smacked it in the animation. Franklin badge reflected the lightning back. 96 damage. Sweet, yeah. The regular Franklin badge reflects electric attacks, while the other one that we got, the version .8, only reflects PK beam gamma, and only beam gamma, because you might want some counter to an instant death attack. I don't know why I let my special bar go so high, or my skill bar go so high without actually using any of it, but yeah. Berliner on Lloyd. Okay, so that bomb really just had death sentence walking right into my bat. But then we have this room up here. Welcome back, Goldrich Duncan. Red Gate access is currently denied, awaiting further commands. Could you let me inspect that? Sure, Lloyd. Nothing happened. Oh, what? Welcome back, Goldrich Duncan, blah 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 blah. Lloyd starts typing on the terminal. And the red gate has opened up. Now all we need is the blue one. What's this? An old photo of a red-headed man next to a portly one. They're both smiling. We do know of one red-headed man in Duncan's factory. Alright, let's keep going this way so we can continue on with whatever Doomed Yowie plot is in Duncan's factory. And yes, I'm gonna call it what it is. It's Doomed Yowie. Alright. Quick heal, and then let's move on to the second half of Duncan's factory. No episode break here, guys. We're just gonna do a whole second half almost in one video. Alright. Bar bots as normal encounters now. Hit that. Open that up. These guys are so funny to me. Like, their silly, goofy, like, walking animation is really what gets me. Analyze the bar bot. Are you vulnerable to flash? No. But it does have a pretzel. Their silly little walk cycle really gets me. These enemies were not in future Mother games. And even then, it's not like they would have like full, like, they would probably have like the floating diamonds that's used to represent like other robotic and alien enemies in other games. So it's just kind of nice that we have just the silly little guys here. I'm gonna put the offense capsule on Ninten, because Lloyd, you are our utility person with all the damage items. Okay. Yeah, this is the only time that we actually have an opportunity to see a Barbot walk cycle, which is really funny. Okay, I just wasn't paying attention on that one. I was too busy talking. Switch, 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 switch. There we go. Simple enough. Hey, I didn't say the puzzles were hard or anything. Okay, Scrapper and a Barbot. The Barbots did something to me off screen that I kind of want to show off. That sounds really bad. And somehow not Ness. Jeez, Ninten didn't go as Matic mode. Okay, Beam Gamma. There it is. No! I want you to do that on Ninten! Okay, sure, that's not nice. Okay, so I guess it's not completely instant death. Usually in other games, it would just flat out kill you. God. I wanted it to target Ninten with PK beam so I could show that it would just like kill itself. Okay, fine, whatever. Okay, this room is another interesting one. Let's shoot this. And we can see that there are various places where we can raise and lower these pillars. And what you're supposed to do in this room is to let the bomb blow up on exactly what you want it to blow up on by... Okay, well, doing it at proper timing, but... I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Okay. Lower, raise. So now that way to that chest is opened up. Then... let that through. Oh, no! Dang it. Okay, so you kind of have to switch between the switches just to really make sure that you get it at the right timing on the right pillars so that you can open the way through. There you go. Then you can go here, collect your box, get a bottle rocket. And then there's a room to the south and a room to the west. The room to the west doesn't connect to anything, so I'm just going to go over here first. Maybe I'll get something cool. Barbot. And a key. Okay, so it's probably good to go here first. Alright, I'm going to take on the Barbot first, because that's probably the most threatening enemy here right now. Lloyd can defend. Take out the Barbot. Okay, PK fire. Okay, well now we're on fire. That's not good. You know what? Beam Gamma... Come on, why do you have to go for Lloyd? Why do you have to blind him too? Okay. Life up Beta on Lloyd. Lloyd can go ahead and never mind. Okay, so Lloyd can't even get his, like, desperation attack off if he's blind. 99, that's good. Okay, Lloyd hits. There we go. Gotta heal that blindness off. Okay, PSI. Healing. Lloyd, there you go. Life up on Ninten. Grab this key. Whoa, it's a girl's bathroom. Whoa, it's a boy's bathroom. This is a great bit. This is a great bit. It's a girl's bathroom. What if I shoot it? Is that different? Okay. Okay, let's stop messing around with the bathroom. Okay. Let's continue down the normal path. Of course, we have this switch just in case we get stuck back here. And then this room full of old barrels with a lot of money. How much money do I have right now? 500? I got most... Okay, no. I walked into this place with 300 because I did go on a little shopping spree. You know, there's bombs and bottle rockets and stuff in my inventory. Okay. Smack the bomber. That's good. Ninten, I'm going to have you PK Flash. Yeah, we actually have something for our offensive PSI. And then Lloyd can use a bottle rocket on the old robot. 194. Flash. Felt numb and instant death on the old robot, which is really nice. Alright, felt numb and couldn't move. Great. Alright, sweet. Nice easy battle, and I should definitely be using PK Flash a lot more often. There's an apple. I really need to be more liberal with my usage of PSI because, like, I have so many PSI stones. Okay, no, I have 1 use left on that. And I have 4 use... Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine. Let's open that door. And open this way up. Okay, so I guess it's a good thing I went up because I couldn't go this way anyways. And another Terminal. Welcome back, Gold-Rich Duncan. Blue Gate access is currently denied, awaiting further commands. Clickety-clickety-clack. And boom. The gate of Duncan's factory is now fully open. A giant mess of papers prevents the drawer from closing. Read one? Sure. In events of death, the rights to my factory and wealth will go to... The rest is too complex to make out. Interesting. Is there more papers to read? No. Alright, so that is the rest of Duncan's factory, for the most part. Fully explored. Oh, hi there, Barbot. You're just waltzing right towards me? How about that? Ha 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 ha! My throat really hurts from doing all the voices. Jeez. Oh, no. Come on, stop hitting Lloyd. I don't know if you go instantly die from that, so I'm just gonna smack you normally. Okay. Alright, Lloyd got up to 17. It's a good thing that I fought that random Barbot. And then I'm going to... We're gonna heal up anyway, so I might as well just spend all of my PSI to use the healing. Then right here, and then it's a revitalizing device. And then let's actually take a look at what's available in this vending machine. Bananas. Ooh, I might want to get those. Asthma spray. Sports drinks. I'm gonna buy a couple bananas. Hold on, how much does Nintendo have? Nintendo has 1 space left, Lloyd has 2 spaces left. I'm gonna sell the Kick Me Note. And the celluloid glasses. And then I'm gonna get sports drink for Nintendo. Sports drink, banana for Lloyd. And then I'm gonna peel all of the bananas that I have with me right now. I'm sure this sounds really great to people that have not played the Mother series, but you know what? This is just par for the course. Alright, now that we have finished the rest of Duncan's factory, I think I'm gonna leave it there. So now, without getting soft locked, next time on Mother Encore, we wrap up Act 2. See you guys then.